Just 10 women throughout British history have held the title of Princess of Wales. Some of these women became legendary figures, while others endured profound sorrow, disloyalty, and even tragic circumstances.
Today, the real stories of the women who bore this distinguished title will be shared. The title of Princess of Wales has been in use since the 14th century.
The first woman known to have held this title was Alanna Dyntford, the spouse of Lowland Gifford. Sadly, Alanna passed away during childbirth, and the title was subsequently inherited by their daughter, Gwen of Wales.
Following the conquest of Wales by Edward I, the title of Princess of Wales was exclusively bestowed upon the wife of the heir apparent to the British throne.
The initial member of the British royal family to officially adopt the title of Princess of Wales was Joan of Kent. A member of the Plantagenet lineage, she became renowned in history as the Fair Maid of Kent.
Historical accounts described her as the most exquisite and affectionate woman in the kingdom. Joan entered into matrimony with Edward of Woodstock, famously known as the Black Prince, the eldest offspring of King Edward III.
Although it marked her third marital union, Edward predeceased his father, never ascending to the throne. However, their son, Richard of Bordeaux, would eventually reign as King Richard II. Consequently, Joan transitioned into the Dowager Princess of Wales.
Anne Neville held the distinction of being both Queen of England and Princess of Wales, albeit briefly for a mere 5 months, solely through her initial marriage.
In a tumultuous period of the Wars of the Roses in 1470, at the young age of 14, she was wedded to Edward of Westminster, Prince of Wales, the son of the deposed King Henry VI and Margaret of Anjou.
However, the prince proved to be far from a fairy tale spouse. In fact, his historical persona served as inspiration for the character of Joffrey in the acclaimed series Game of Thrones. As such, it can be surmised what kind of husband Anne had.
Fortunately for her, the marital bond was short-lived. Edward met his demise in battle, ironically at the hands of her own brother-in-law. Yet freedom from her despised husband left Anne in a precarious situation.
She found herself a widow, barely having experienced married life, a princess stripped of her title, and an heiress divested of her inheritance. In response, Anne took a decisive step, seizing control of her destiny by choosing as her second husband the very individual who likely caused her first husband's demise, Richard of Gloucester.
Indeed, this was the same Richard, remembered in history as the Twisted Hunchback, who purportedly murdered his young nephews and usurped the English crown. Regardless, Anne would eventually ascend to the throne as Queen of England, though it is doubtful that it brought her genuine happiness. Her only son and heir to the throne met an untimely death, and Anne herself passed away a year later on the day of a solar eclipse.
Another princess of Wales, tragically famed, whose initial marriage also endured for just 5 months, but who later became Queen of England and the very first wife of Henry VIII, Catherine of Aragon.
In 1501, the young Spanish princess arrived in England, and on November the 14th, she wedded Prince Arthur, the Prince of Wales.
However, a mere 5 months later, on April the 2nd, Arthur succumbed to the sweating sickness, leaving Catherine as a 17-year-old widow. The pressing question arose as to whether their marriage had been consummated.
Catherine adamantly asserted that it had not, a contention that would become a focal point years later during her divorce proceedings from Arthur's brother, Henry VIII, whom she married in 1509.
Their marriage commenced with genuine affection, but was swiftly overshadowed by the absence of a male successor. Henry began to harbor the belief that their union was cursed.
After all, he had taken his brother's widow as his wife, and furthermore, he had become infatuated with Anne Boleyn. The divorce proceedings commenced in 1529.
Upon Henry's decree, Catherine was to be addressed solely as the Dowager Princess of Wales, based on her marriage to Arthur. However, Catherine staunchly refused to accept the designation.
Until her death, she maintained her stance as the rightful Queen of England and Henry's lawful wife. The subsequent Princess of Wales did not emerge until 2 centuries later, in 1714.
This time, she hailed from the newly established Hanoverian dynasty, which had supplanted the Stuarts on the English throne. Caroline of Brandenburg-Ansbach enjoyed a considerably more prosperous marriage compared to her predecessors.
Nevertheless, the relationship between her husband, George Augustus, and his father, King George I, was so acrimonious that the Prince and Princess of Wales were prohibited from seeing their own offspring.
Upon her husband's ascension to the throne as King George II in 1727, Caroline became Queen Consort. She retained this title for a decade before her passing, deeply mourned by her husband, who never remarried. However, her daughter-in-law, Augusta of Saxe-Gotha-Altenburg, who also held the title, never attained the position of queen. Augusta's spouse, Frederick, Prince of Wales, passed away before ascending to the throne.
Nevertheless, Augusta fulfilled a significant function in the court of her son, King George III, the very same monarch known for his mental instability, and the husband of Queen Charlotte, whose racial heritage continues to be a topic of ongoing discussion even now.
This period of history is filled with complex relationships and intriguing figures, each playing a crucial role in shaping the monarchy and the nation. Augusta's influence, though often understated, contributed significantly to the political landscape of her time, navigating the intricate dynamics of the royal court and supporting her son during his reign.
The controversies surrounding Queen Charlotte's ancestry further highlight the diverse and multifaceted nature of the royal family, sparking debates that resonate even in contemporary society.
These historical figures, with their personal lives and political maneuverings, provide a fascinating glimpse into the past and continue to captivate our imagination, inviting us to delve deeper into their stories and unravel the complexities of their lives.
By examining their relationships, their contributions, and the controversies that surrounded them, we gain a richer understanding of the forces that shaped the monarchy and the nation, appreciating the enduring legacy of these remarkable individuals.
The lives of these royal figures are not merely historical anecdotes, but rather integral parts of a larger narrative that continues to influence the present, reminding us of the enduring power of history and the importance of understanding our past.
Their stories, filled with triumphs and tragedies, provide valuable lessons about power, duty, and the human condition, inviting us to reflect on the complexities of leadership and the enduring impact of individual choices on the course of history.
The union of Caroline of Brunswick, the 6th Princess of Wales, and her future husband, King George IV, can be accurately described as an immediate dislike. On their wedding day, the future king, George IV, was intoxicated and accused her of lacking virginity following their wedding night. In response, she accused him of being impotent. Regardless, 9 months later, they had their only offspring.
Caroline's time as Princess of Wales was characterized by shame,
She existed mostly in solitude, prohibited from raising her daughter, and when her husband rose to the throne in 1820, he initiated divorce proceedings at once.
However, similar to Catherine of Aragon, the populace sided with Caroline. Despite her technically holding the title of Queen of England, she was notoriously barred from entering Westminster Abbey during her husband's coronation.
This public rejection and the subsequent personal struggles underscore the challenges faced by women within the royal family, often subjected to intense scrutiny and political maneuvering.
Caroline's story reflects the broader societal constraints placed upon women during that era, highlighting the limited agency they possessed in their own lives and the significant impact of public perception on their personal fates.
Her defiance in the face of adversity and her enduring popularity among the people serve as a testament to her resilience and her ability to connect with the common populace. The parallels drawn with Catherine of Aragon further emphasize the historical patterns of mistreatment and marginalization experienced by royal women, underscoring the need to re-examine their narratives and acknowledge their contributions beyond their roles as wives and mothers.
Caroline's legacy extends beyond her personal struggles, serving as a reminder of the importance of empathy, justice, and the need to challenge oppressive systems that limit individual freedoms and opportunities. The doors were closed in her presence.
3 weeks following that open embarrassment, she died, requesting that the phrase, "the injured Queen of England," be inscribed on her tomb. This poignant request encapsulates the pain and humiliation she endured throughout her marriage and reign, reflecting the emotional toll of public rejection and the lack of personal agency she experienced. The inscription serves as a final act of defiance, a declaration of her identity as a wronged queen, and a plea for recognition of her suffering.
It underscores the importance of acknowledging the human cost of political maneuverings and the need for empathy and compassion in our understanding of historical figures.
Caroline's story resonates with contemporary audiences, reminding us of the enduring power of individual resilience and the importance of speaking out against injustice, even in the face of overwhelming odds.
Her legacy extends beyond her personal tragedy, serving as a reminder of the need to create a more equitable and compassionate society, one that values and respects the dignity of all individuals, regardless of their social status or historical circumstances.
The inscription on her tomb serves as a powerful symbol of her enduring spirit and a call to action for future generations to strive for a world where justice and compassion prevail.
The circumstances surrounding her death and the choice of words for her epitaph continue to fuel discussions about the complexities of power, the limitations imposed on women in positions of authority, and the enduring impact of personal struggles on public perception.
Alexandra of Denmark held the record for the longest tenure as Princess of Wales, totaling 38 years. She was the daughter-in-law of Queen Victoria and the spouse of her wayward son, Bertie.
Queen Victoria was determined to arrange a marriage for her son, who was prone to scandalous behavior, which he continued throughout his life. He even had a specially designed chair made for his extramarital affairs. Queen Victoria desired a bride who was virtuous and healthy.
Alexandra perfectly fulfilled these requirements and remained devoted to Bertie throughout their marriage. In spite of Edward's numerous affairs, including one with Alice Capel, the great-grandmother of Queen Camilla, their marriage was regarded as relatively contented.
Alexandra became queen consort at the age of 57 in 1901, after Queen Victoria's passing. Interestingly, just 1 year after Alexandra's death, her great-granddaughter, Princess Elizabeth Alexandra Mary of York, the future Queen Elizabeth II, was born. Her middle name was bestowed upon her in honor of Alexandra. This dynastic connection underscores the enduring legacy of Alexandra and her impact on the royal family. Her steadfast loyalty and her ability to maintain a semblance of harmony in her marriage, despite the challenges posed by her husband's infidelity, highlight her resilience and her strategic role in maintaining the stability of the monarchy. The fact that her great-granddaughter was named in her honor further emphasizes the significance of her contribution to the royal lineage and the enduring respect she garnered within the family. Alexandra's story is a testament to the complexities of royal marriages, where personal desires often take a backseat to political considerations and the need to maintain the image of the monarchy. Her ability to navigate these challenges and carve out a meaningful role for herself within the royal family underscores her strength and her enduring impact on British history.
Similar to her selection of a wife for her son, Queen Victoria also chose a spouse for her grandson, Albert Victor, known within the family as Eddie.
She considered him rather unformed, so she placed her expectations on the sensible Princess Mary of Teck, or May, as she was known by the family, named after the month of her birth. But only weeks after their engagement, Eddie succumbed to influenza. His younger brother, George, Duke of York, unexpectedly became the heir to the throne. Throughout the period of collective mourning, George and Mary grew closer, a match that Queen Victoria encouraged, as she saw Mary as the ideal future queen.
On July the 6th, 1893, their wedding took place. Just before the ceremony, they encountered each other in a hallway of Buckingham Palace. George smiled at Mary and offered her a deep and respectful bow.
It was such a sensitive gesture that Mary never forgot it, and later expressed that, in that precise moment, she knew she had made the correct decision in accepting the proposal. They remained together for over 40 years. And unlike his father, George never engaged in extramarital affairs. This narrative highlights the intricate web of relationships and the significant role played by Queen Victoria in shaping the future of the monarchy. Her interventions in the marital affairs of her descendants underscore her determination to maintain the stability and integrity of the royal family. The serendipitous encounter between George and Mary and the development of their relationship during a period of shared mourning further emphasize the unpredictable nature of love and destiny. The fact that George remained faithful throughout their marriage stands in stark contrast to his father's behavior, highlighting the evolving values and expectations within the royal family. Mary's unwavering commitment to her duty and her ability to connect with the public solidified her position as a beloved queen, contributing significantly to the enduring popularity of the monarchy. Mary of Teck officially became Princess of Wales following Queen Victoria's death in 1901, and in 1910, she became Queen of England. After her husband's passing, their eldest son, Edward VIII, was intended to become King of England, but he abdicated the throne to marry Wallis Simpson, a divorced American woman. Mary, who had dedicated her entire life to the crown, could not comprehend or accept his decision. His younger brother, George VI, father of Queen Elizabeth II, assumed the throne instead. Consequently, the subsequent Princess of Wales would not appear until decades later. But when she did, she emerged as the most iconic of them all. This sequence of events dramatically altered the course of British history, underscoring the complexities of succession
and the personal sacrifices often demanded of those in positions of power. Edward VIII's decision to abdicate the throne for love sent shockwaves through the monarchy and the nation, highlighting the tension between personal desires and public duty.
Mary's inability to understand or accept his decision reflects her unwavering commitment to the crown and the traditional values it represented. The subsequent rise of George VI to the throne and his subsequent reign as king laid the foundation for the modern monarchy and the enduring popularity of his daughter, Queen Elizabeth II.
The delayed emergence of the next Princess of Wales further underscores the significance of Diana's arrival on the scene, as she would redefine the role and capture the hearts of millions around the world.
The narrative leading up to Diana's arrival sets the stage for her transformative impact on the monarchy and her enduring legacy as the people's princess.
2.5 billion individuals watched the televised funeral of the people's princess, the Queen of Hearts, Diana, Princess of Wales, who tragically perished in a car accident 28 years ago.
This global outpouring of grief underscores the profound impact that Diana had on people around the world, transcending national boundaries and social classes. Her compassion, her empathy, and her ability to connect with the common populace resonated deeply, earning her the title of the People's Princess.
Her tragic death sent shockwaves across the globe, prompting an unprecedented display of mourning and grief. The sheer number of people who tuned in to watch her funeral is a testament to her enduring popularity and the profound sense of loss felt by millions.
Diana's legacy extends beyond her royal title, serving as a reminder of the power of compassion, the importance of empathy, and the need to challenge traditional norms and expectations.
Her influence continues to be felt today, inspiring generations to strive for a more compassionate and equitable world. The circumstances surrounding her death and the outpouring of grief that followed have prompted ongoing discussions about the role of the media, the pressures faced by public figures, and the enduring impact of personal tragedy on public perception.
Diana Spencer became Princess of Wales after marrying Prince Charles in 1981. She was, incidentally, the first English woman to marry a Prince of Wales since Anne Neville, and the first princess who had actually worked before her wedding.
But we are all familiar with how that story concluded. Even though they divorced in 1996, she continued to hold the title until her tragic and untimely passing. And for many of us, that title will always be associated with her.
This concise summary encapsulates the key events in Diana's life as Princess of Wales, highlighting her groundbreaking status as the first Englishwoman to marry a Prince of Wales in centuries, and the first princess to have held a job before her marriage.
These details underscore her unique position within the royal family and her departure from traditional norms. The reference to the well-known conclusion of her story hints at the challenges and heartbreak she faced during her marriage to Prince Charles. Despite their divorce, she retained her title and continued to be known as Princess of Wales until her untimely death, solidifying her place in history and ensuring that the title would forever be associated with her name.
Diana's legacy extends beyond her royal title, serving as a symbol of compassion, empathy, and defiance against traditional expectations. Her story continues to resonate with audiences around the world, inspiring generations to strive for a more compassionate and equitable society.
Her impact on the monarchy and on public perception is undeniable, and her legacy as the people's princess remains firmly intact. Intriguingly, Camilla, who subsequently wed Charles, abstained from utilizing the designation, despite possessing every entitlement to it as the spouse of the successor to the throne. She consciously endeavored to prevent contrasts with her renowned predecessor.
Currently, this celebrated title is borne by Kate Middleton. She acceded to the title in 2022, along with her husband, following the demise of Queen Elizabeth II.
Prior to that, from her nuptials to the heir apparent, Prince William, she was recognized as the Duchess of Cambridge. Kate is named among the most well-liked individuals within the royal lineage, akin to her legendary mother-in-law preceding her. The narrative of royal titles and the individuals who bear them is replete with instances of both triumph and tribulation, reflecting the multifaceted nature of their public and private lives. While the allure of such titles is undeniable, the weight of expectation and the scrutiny of the public eye can significantly impact the lives of those who inherit them. The role of a Princess of Wales in particular carries a unique blend of historical significance and contemporary relevance, demanding a delicate balance of tradition and modernity. This balance is often achieved through dedicated service to the crown, charitable endeavors, and a genuine connection with the people they represent. The public's perception of these individuals is often shaped by their ability to navigate the complexities of their roles, making genuine connections with diverse communities, and demonstrating a commitment to causes that resonate with the values of the nation. In essence, the title of Princess of Wales is not merely a designation of nobility, but a testament to the enduring power of tradition and the evolving role of the monarchy in a modern society. The individuals who embody this title carry the responsibility of upholding its legacy while forging their own path, navigating the challenges and opportunities that come with living in the spotlight. The appellation of Princess of Wales has represented a yearning for numerous individuals throughout the ages, perceived as the penultimate phase preceding the English crown. Nevertheless, as demonstrated by history, only a select number of princesses of Wales attained genuine contentment while bearing it. This enduring fascination with the title stems from its historical significance and its association with the future of the monarchy. The Princess of Wales is not only the wife of the heir apparent, but also a figure of national importance, often serving as a role model and a symbol of the royal family's connection to the people. However, the path to happiness for a Princess of Wales has often been fraught with challenges, including intense public scrutiny, media intrusion, and the pressures of royal life. The weight of expectation can be immense, and the ability to navigate these complexities is crucial for maintaining both personal well-being and public image. Despite these challenges, many princesses of Wales have left an indelible mark on history, using their platform to advocate for important causes, connect with communities, and contribute to the cultural landscape of the nation. Their legacies serve as a reminder that the title of Princess of Wales is not merely a symbol of privilege, but also an opportunity to make a positive impact on the world. The experiences of past princesses of Wales offer valuable lessons for those who inherit the title in the future, highlighting the importance of authenticity, compassion, and a commitment to public service. Ultimately, the happiness of a Princess of Wales depends on their ability to find fulfillment in their role, connect with the people they represent, and navigate the challenges of royal life with grace and resilience.